Welcome to Spin and Tell. I am Sue. Today we are turning tow flax into linen cordage. Here I am carding the tow flax. Yes, they are dog combs from Amazon. You have to go very gentle because flax can break by using these. Normally they would be done with a hackle. Go very gently when you do this. The point is to try to align the fibers as best as you can. Doing it this way, you will still have some fluffy bits and some breakage, but that's okay. My goal for this is cordage, it's not thread or anything super fine. Just make little bundles and you save them. Some pieces are longer, some pieces are shorter. That piece you throw away. Some of this could be classified as line flax still, but it's basically just like extra I've had, and I needed cordage, so I am trying to salvage as much as I can. Once again, you have to do it very gentle. If you go in like you would with wool, you're gonna have just breakage and fluffy stuff everywhere. Flax has a tendency to stick to itself when damp, wet, humid, so I would suggest doing this in winter or in a season wherever you live that's not humid. Here you see me basically pre-drafting because these happen to be longer pieces of the flax. Like I said, some of this would be considered line flax, but I'm just keeping it all together because it is easier. I'm just trying to use it all up. Just keep doing what you're doing until you have all the flax you want to work with for that day done. Don't do too much. You don't want to just let flax sit around for the next day or the day after. Only do what you're going to do for that day. Otherwise it'll stick to itself and get messy. This is my spinning wheel. Her name is Brunhilde. She's named after the Valkyrie. She's a double drive Komsky minstrel. Here I'm spinning the flax that I just prepared. You use an S-twist. You go counterclockwise. Flax fibers have a tendency to twist counterclockwise on their own. So you would traditionally spin it that way. With wool, you go clockwise, you would go Z-twist. With flax, you go S for the singles. With flax, you have two options. You can spin it wet or dry. I prefer wet. That is why you will see me keep dipping my fingers in the wet sponge. It doesn't need to be sopping wet, but it does need to be damp. When you treadle slowly, but you still need to have a good amount of twist in the flax so you can get a strong, durable thread, or in this case, cord. When you add on the new piece, you need to make sure there's enough of an overlap. With wool, you can get away with a very small overlap because the fibers will stick to each other. With this, flax is smooth, so you do need to have a pretty good overlap. I'm not aiming for a super smooth, fine thread. I'm aiming for a cord. Normally, I make these on my drop spindle because it's fast and it doesn't need to be perfect. but because it's my new spinning wheel, I thought I would do it on here instead. That's why you see me picking out all the little pieces. It's lumpy, it's bumpy, it's handmade. It's for a historical reenactment project. So it's okay if it's a little weird or different or fibrous or fluffy. It's perfectly fine. This is the part that was more aligned flax, so it's going to be a smoother thread, this part. If you over twist it, it can break though, so just be careful of not over twisting. People say it's hard to learn, but just play with it and get the hang of it. If I was to make thread instead of cordage, you would be using line flax. The line flax can be anywhere from 1.5 to 3 feet long, and you want to use a distaff. My distaff I have named Frauhola, after the old Germanic pre-Christian goddess. If you want to hear about Frauhola or Mother Hola, it is from a Grimm's fairy tale. They wrote a story based off of the original goddess, and I will be reading a story about her in an upcoming video, so please like and subscribe for future videos. When you're spinning on the wheel, don't forget to change the hooks on your flyer so your yarn, your thread, your cord doesn't build up in one spot. I always forget to do that, and it always becomes a mess. Here is the finished single. This is a nose de pin. It is a basic stick. You can use a toilet paper roll, you can use basically anything. This one my neighbor gave me. These originate from Scandinavia. They allow you to make a center pull ball or a cake. So therefore when you ply, you can pull from the center and the outside at the same time to make a 2-ply. Prefer these for small amounts. To use it, you cross it over with an X, and then you rotate it just a bit, and you make an X again from the top to the bottom. And you just keep repeating yourself until all your yarn or thread or cord is done. You use all of what you spun doing it this way, and you don't get like those extra bits that you do when you're plying from 2 separate things or using a ply ball. If you want me to make a separate video on using the nose to pinna, let me know, and I can make a more in-depth one. Thank you for being patient with the editing. This is the first time I've had to edit a video in like 20-something years. Last time I did anything remotely similar to this was back in high school, and my teacher was a total stoner and chose to hotbox the dark room instead of teaching us how to do this, so any constructive criticism in a kind manner would be helpful, please. Here we are cutting it. You can't just rip the flax. It will hurt you before it rips. And that is the finished cake. And now we ply it. When plying, you go opposite. So in this, since you spun it in an S counterclockwise, now you ply in a Z clockwise. Some people will run it through like a cup of water to get it really wet, but I just use the damp fingers and the sponge. I have a separate bobbin. This bobbin doesn't match my spinning wheel. It's specifically for flax because of the wet fiber, and I don't want it to mess up my wool bobbins. But you pull from the outside and the inside, and with an even tension for them both. Pull it back, let it twist, and then push it forward. Pull it back, let it twist, push it forward. Pull it back, let it twist, and push it forward again. And just keep repeating that until the whole thing is done. If it gets tangled doing it this method, just stop, untangle it, and then start up. It's no big deal. It does tangle sometimes, especially when you have really fibrous cordage like I'm working with, but it's okay. You can have a short draw, a long draw on this. It's like here I'm doing it long. As long as you have basically the even twist throughout the whole thing. And here it kind of got tangled and it's the end of it, so I'm just kind of pulling it back, wrapping it around my hand so I can finish it off. There, the bobbin got twisted and I forgot to change the hook. After your cord, your linen, thread, whatever you make with the flax is done, you can finish it two ways. You can leave it as is if it's just cord like this, or normally you would take it and you would boil it in water for about an hour and it would clean it because flax is really dirty, and it would clean it, it would bleach it almost, it would turn almost gray, it turns really pretty, and then that would be your finished. And then from there you can dye it in any manner or do whatever you want with it. Yeah, here's the finished cord. Like I said, it's for historical reenactment purposes, so it is very rough, but very useful. Thank you for watching, and please hit like and subscribe.